So this man protrudes through his smile how great he was and how much of a loving soul he was. So this weekend I realized the same thing about this man. So I want to give this award this year. He didn't know Taban, but I want to give this one to Shaddy.
Yeah. That boy Shaddy.
Okay.
What, you want a game?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Not you, dog. You gotta drive.
I know, buddy.
Yeah, you do.
My dad's driving me.
After you're 18 and go back. That's it.
Hop.
Everyone knows about our buddy Corey. So this next trophy is named after him. And on the trophy is a very special saying. And it says, when we lose someone we love, we must not learn to live without them, but to live with the love they left behind. Right? So to me that means when you lose someone, you know, it's not a selfish thing to say, oh geez, I can't have them anymore. They're not around me anymore. Right? It's not selfish. But it's just natural instincts to say, oh, I can't do this. I can't. You know, we miss them so much. But sometimes we forget to live our lives the way that they showed us how to live. Right? And like I said about the energy, guys, it's around us all weekend. It's in the sun. Right? How many fly balls you see fly by them kids' head? Right? That ain't on accident. It's not.
I was at the baby last night.
Every day. So this year, you know, I gave a lot of thought to this. And one of my warriors, and I owe a lot to this man. It goes beyond words what I owe to this man. I trusted him. I trusted him. You know, and when you're a family, you go through things in life, man, and you have disagreements, and you freaking yell at each other. You hate each other because you're passionate about things. You love each other, right? And when someone does something that hurts your feelings or you feel like you wouldn't do, you know you have your disagreements. But at the end of the day, when you love each other, it may take a year, it may take two, but you get back to each other, right? If you love each other in your family, you always find a way back. So me and this man, you know, we went through our things, and we found our way back, and we've been enjoying the same team for the last few years. And it's been the best years, you know. We've been competing. And he lost someone very special to him this year. And that man, I had the privilege of knowing. A great man. And he embodied every single thing, just like his son, that says on this trophy. He was a great man in the community. He did everything. He was a firefighter, not only a firefighter, he was a captain. He was a well-respected man. He coached for years. He did everything he could for his community. He sat me at his table many a times and treated me like a son. So this year, this trophy here, the Corey McCollum Trophy, goes to Colin Strangler.
Take a drink, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
It's named after another special friend of ours that we lost. And I'm sorry, guys, that we have so many of these. It may seem to some of the guys that are new to this tournament that we have a lot of trophies that you know. But this one here, we lost him, God, geez, over 10 years ago now. And this guy, boy, he loved his sports. I used to tease him, right, because he loved his sports and he knew everything about every sport, right? But I could always tease him because I didn't know as much as him, but, you know, I might have been a little bit quicker, right? So that was my jab on him, right? So he was the most sportsmanlike person I think I've met when it comes to sports. He was so competitive, but he wouldn't cheat. Man, he wouldn't cheat. This year, me and Shawnee talked, and we said, who do you think we should name the Mike Trophy after this year? Right? And for us, it was almost a no-brainer, right? Because this guy, we play with him all the time, and you just never really see him down, right? He's always picking you up. He's always picking his teammates up. Geez, one year he even did the coin toss. He let the other team do the coin toss in the championship game when it's usually the higher seed's home game, right? So that's sportsmanship. That's true sportsmanship. And this one here goes to Doc Holliday. Thank you for your help and support. Listen, these ones, you know, we wish the trophy could be like the cup and they could drink out of the cup, because when you're starving, you need them. When you're thirsty, you need them. And you don't realize until you do it how friggin' hard that is. You think Umpin's head or Blaine's head? Go sit behind that barbecue for a couple hours, guys. It is crazy. I cannot say that enough. It is crazy back here. So, I want to give this one here to a girl that always jumps in. She's a nut. She gets on my nerves sometimes. But God, I love her to death, and I call her Mama. Even though she's not, you know, I think I'm older than her. But I call her Mama. Right? And I say that because she's that figure, right? If you need something, she's got you. She makes you feel comfortable and safe. So I want to give this first one note to the barbecue girl. I'm going to get it, Jenny.
Well deserved, Jenny.
It's also for the barbecue girl. I've known this girl for many, many years. I had the privilege, me and my daughter, standing in her wedding. And I was just starting to get to know her then. She's a strong woman, boy. I tell you that, she's a strong woman. I say that because she's married to Clutch.
What the fuck did I do?
Nothing. That's why she's ready to go get a She should get 2 trophies.
Girl showed up to, she jumped behind that barbecue without even a thought. And she's been there ever since.
Yeah.
Strong, strong woman that's not here. We're going to give her a big shout out in this rod.
Yeah.
The king of the barbecue. Sticking with the barbecue team, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. We're going to give this one to Hannah this year. Thank you, Hannah. Hey, Hannah.
Was that me? No, I scratched it.
Of this girl that I'm going to give this one to. Her very first tournament she came to, she jumped right behind that barbecue without a thought. And it goes to Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle! I seen her Friday. There was so much smoke around, it looked like she was on fire. And she just kept flicking through.
This next one's gonna go to the barbecue girl who's married to Shawnee.
Come on, Clark!
Helping your support. Hey, listen up. Right? Like I say, we go in tournaments, guys, and we know how many times you see hardware like this. We don't see it, right? We really wish we could get more trophies, right? But when you get a lot of trophies and you get so many, they don't mean as much. So we like to keep it as much as we can give out, but still keeping it to where you feel appreciated and it means something when you win it, right? So it's a balance there. So this year we got 10. Thanks for your help and your support. The first one we want to give out to our umpire, And give that one to Big Jordan Zane.
You should get one for the put right here.
This guy was up on the paper for tournament MVP. He's a stud. You can put him at shortstop, third base, first base. Oakfield this weekend he played. And man, he took away a lot of cap shots out there. That would have been big shots down that line. So we want to thank you, Aaron, for always taking part in this tournament, always keeping it competitive and always keeping it respectful and helping out whenever you need to, buddy. So thank you very much. Next MVP award. Sticking with the girls I coach.
Your favorite in them. Come on, Freddie.
This kid was the leader in my under-10 team. Right, I've been coaching them since they can, right? So she was the leader in that team. She gave all the other girls on the team confidence by the way she hit the ball and the way she played the game. It allowed my other girls to learn the game that much easier. She doesn't know it. I never told her that. Now she does. So she may not like it when I call her this, but it's what we called her since she's been my leader. And it's not because she likes Big Macs. It's because she mashes the ball and we call her Big Mackie. I said turn back the clock a couple times this weekend. I don't know, it just came out a couple times. My buddy Jay made a couple plays and turned back the clock. So it's funny because my daughter, you know, she wasn't born when the tournament started. So to get to see her now go out there and make the plays she's making, do the hits she's hitting, after watching her struggle her first year with her anxiety and her nerves, not knowing and wanting to play with the big boys and maybe not wanting to hit it as hard as she did, and then coming back this year even stronger. Good job, Mariah. You really earned this one. One of them I've known since he was a kid, and the other I've just started to know the last few years. They both get on my nerves just the same. But I say that because I love them, and they're always behind me saying, Freddie, what can I do to help, right? And sometimes you walk on them because they're right there, but they're always there to give you a hand. This year they didn't leave the field, I don't think. They brought the tent out, they stayed. I think they might have slept together last night, so I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I wasn't here. So, thank you guys. We really appreciate everything you guys do. You guys love the tournament as much as we do, and we appreciate that as much, right? So thank you so much. Come and get it.
That's you and Logan. You know who slept in that tent. Come on now. He did leave for a couple hours.
Hey, yeah, come. Hey.
Next MVP trophy. This kid was so excited about this tournament. I think he was probably here before Shawnee. And that's hard to do because, you know, Shawnee's here. He's 9 o'clock Friday morning. He's over there checking the field over. I knew his dad his whole life, man. His father's a great athlete, and his mother was a hell of an athlete, too. His dad wanted me to tell him that, by the way. This one here goes to my hockey buddy, but he plays ball, too. Come and get it, Preston! Next MVP award.
I'm only joking, but you know.
I also coach this kid.
He's probably the best coach I've won at least 6 years.
They go on me.
I won the Mike Forsman award.
In a few years, I'm probably going to have an all-girls team, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, we're having
and we're
all-girls
going to be
team.
really
And we're going to
scared.
beat every team.
We're going to put an all-team, first year ever, all-girls team, and we're going to medal.
And we're going to beat Bill.
These girls, I'm telling you, they're getting so good. They're 14 years old. This MVP here, if I could get this girl to try a little harder in practice. Right? And she knows who I'm talking about right now without even saying anything. The amount of potential this child has, I'm telling you guys. Right? She has that instinct where she just wants it. Right? But the confidence sometimes plays a trick on her mind. So when she fights through that, and I can't wait to be there when it happens because I know it's going to happen. Right? I'm so proud of this kid this weekend. She swings the bat hard. She gave it her all. And it's always a pleasure to coach her. I love her to death like she's my own daughter. This one's the Haley. This next award, we like to give them out to fans as well, right, guys? And people that help cheer on, be loud, spend the weekend in the sun with you even though they're not playing, and sometimes wish they was turning back the clock themselves and playing as well. So this guy's always loud, gee, since the first day I met him. Dickie Johnson.
You're always loud.
Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta hear Mickey Johnson, right? So sometimes this one here, we're going to give it to one of the new players that played on my team this year. He asked me to play, and I was like, oh, man, no problem. Quick. So this one's for his father, and it goes to Kendall.
Hey! That's that old wood, old
That's
law.
all you can see over.
And a couple other people. This one here, this one is super special this year. Like my daughter, and what makes me think about this one, this MVP. Just like my daughter, this little girl played in that kids game. She didn't want to play, boy, she didn't want to get off that bench. Oh, she didn't want to get off that bench. My daughter, when she was 7, she went to the Y, she wouldn't get off that bench. And little May comes over and grabs her off and brings her over, and the rest is history. She's been playing ever since. So I hope the same is true for this. So to watch this little girl get through her anxiety and take the field with everyone watching, not only that, hit the ball, run fast, and then went and played defense and threw the ball in. Unbelievable.
Oh.
So this one here goes to my buddy. I even got a hug today, and when she gave me that hug, I knew I was going away because she don't usually give me hugs. She give me a high five. Right? So give me a high five once in a while, but the hug I never get. And I got it today. So come on, Zoe. This one's for you, Zoe.
Hooray, Joey! Get there for a sec, buddy. Let them take the picture with the trophy. Here you go.
Good job, Joe. This year we had the kids game. It was fun to watch, guys, and I umped it. It was fun to be a part of. For 5 minutes there, you know, it's like you're babysitting 25 kids at the same time. It's tough. So I had to slow myself down. And, you know, next year we'll get some parents.
Versus kids.
Oh, coaching first base and third base. And we'll, you know, maybe make it a little bit easier and let them know when to go and when to go. So maybe I don't get so overwhelmed and feel like I'm babysitting 25 kids. Man, that was tough.
Deal.
I'm blaming all you parents. But man, it was fun. So, this first MVP trophy,
Can't even hold that many stuff.
I want to give it out to one of the captains of the kids' game. She started it and she organized it. She picked the team. And I want to give this one to she's also the captain of my team. I didn't want to ruin it, but she's also the captain of my team, girl. She's amazing. This kid's got a bright future, right? And I want to give it to my buddy. Come get it. Megan O'Connor! This next one of the older guys, he said, Freddie, you might want to take that guy with the infield, man. I was umping, he looked back, he was ready. He's playing with the big guys, right? This guy don't play in the kids' game. He does, but, you know, he helps organize it. He lives for the big trophy. This kid's always been my little buddy. He's always been fighting that short bug. I always tell him Altuve is one of the best players in the game. So it's all about heart and not about size in this, right? You can't measure your heart, you can't measure your spirit. I love this little guy, even though he even dated my daughter for a minute.
Oh, good morning, Gator. Good morning, Gator. Hey, good morning, Gator. That's a double side.
The guy says to me, he said, he's 14 and I dare you to hit him the ball. Come get it, Jordan.
You might as well just come on the other side of me.
This kid here, he played in the kids' game, but he also played with the big boys. And I was trying to tell his dad all day, Dad, you gotta back up, man. He hits harder than you think that. But he said, no, Freddie, he never played in a year. He's not going to hit hard. Sure enough, what's he do? He burnt me, put it over my head. This one goes to Trey Kell. I saved the best for last for me because this kid means so much to what I'm going to do next year and what my plan is for my girl.
I like that trophy.
She's a natural born leader.
Like my medal.
And she's a natural athlete. And she reminds me a lot of my daughter, and we bonded instantly. She used to play for another team. And I met her, and I seen her, and I was like, oh shit, this kid got it. Right, she's got it. It's tough to bring hope because she's like myself when I was younger. You get distracted. You don't realize how good you are until you're 40 and you're like, man, I wish I would have tried harder. Right? So if this kid doesn't come back next year and she gets distracted by whatever's going on at 14 or 15 years old, I may not win a championship like I got planned. So I'm not trying to put no pressure on this kid, but I love coaching her. And she helps me win. And with a little bit of effort and dedication, she can be the best. Just like everyone else. So come on and get it, Ames. Come on, and Shawnee, since we got it, it was cool. And he had the home run guy, he had all the muscles and stuff, so we always wanted the tournament MVP. And I even said at the start, and then said it, I said, geez, I want tournament MVP this year. I want it bad. I want tournament MVP. I forget who I said it to. I usually don't say that. I haven't said that since my 20s. But this year, I ain't have no chance at that. This man from Friday night to Sunday blew my mind. All weekend, he hit the ball a ton. He put it over their head when he had to, but he hit it in front of them when he had to. Made amazing plays up the middle. Backhand stab after backhand stab, throwing people out. He's not as young as he once was. And damn near I thought we lost him there for a minute in that heat. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was nervous. We was nervous. But this year, unequivocally, our tournament MVP goes to Jason Hartley.
Brand.